Yeah, so then a hip hop album review, Tyler the Creator, Wolf. As a lot of our fans, I know a lot of you guys came in or were first introduced to Dead End Hip Hop on the Goblin review. So here is Tyler's second album since then. Third album since then? Since Goblin? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. His second album. Okay, well, I got you. Man, we cool, man.
What's up, dog? I'm sorry, bro. My bad.
Hug it out, hug it out, hug it out.
So when I put this on, I was like, all right, cool. Huh?
No, hugging on the I'm sorry. Oh, go ahead. My bad.
It's 2:20. I'm leaving at 4. See, now you get me.
I do this all the time.
Oh man. But my first impression on it, because the first time I listened to it, I was at work, I was bumping it a couple times, but you know I was preoccupied, so I wasn't really breaking it down. My first impression was it's very subdued compared to Goblin. It was not as abrasive at all. And then when I started listening to it a couple more times and really breaking it down, I'm like, wow, Tyler really pulled back on this one. You know, come on, at the end of the day, this is Tyler the Creator. So I'm not saying that this guy is, you know, fucking, yeah, he's not common now, but, you know, compared to his previous work, I guess, you know, going from Bastard to Goblin to this, you know, he's scaled it back every time. And with him saying that eventually he wants to win a Grammy, understandably so. But you're not going to win it, huh? Oh, I'm sorry. You know, understandably so, because you're not going to win a Grammy doing Bastard and doing Goblin. And I don't know if you could do it with this, but hey, next time you scale back, you never know, it might be there. But overall, I think it was a good project. I still think, I'm going to stick behind it, I still think Tyler is a musical genius. I'm going to say it. I think the production on this on the entire album is on point. I definitely fuck with the production. And I also like how he brought in new characters, like his girlfriend, Salem, the psychiatrist is still there, a psychologist, I'm sorry. The psychologist is still there. And you know, I think on this album, like the song Awkward was awkward. You know, him talking about Salem. And
that was awkward though?
Yeah.
Shut up, Mike.
No. That was his.
I don't.
He just has a way with making these things that sound so funny. It was awkward though.
It was awkward. Right. You know, because like, look at what Tyler's been rapping about, talking about, and he's like, oh, you know, this could potentially be my girlfriend, and we kissing and shit. Like, nigga, that is awkward.
But that was, who was that, Wolf? Is that Wolf trying to get on her?
I get tired of doing that shit, man. It was Tyler.
Me too, but I'm just saying though, I think if you take the song within the context of who that character was, I wouldn't necessarily mean it.
So that one was Wolf?
I took it as awkward.
You thought it was awkward?
Yeah, because that's why the song is called Awkward, and the entire thing, he's talking about it feeling awkward. Our lips touch and all that shit, yeah.
Maybe I'm looking at it.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's an improvement over Goblin. I'll say that. I definitely think it's an improvement over Goblin. I don't know if I don't think he's necessarily scaling back. I think it's more or less he's going in a different direction. I think he's trying to really work his way outside of the horrorcore type thing, but unfortunately Tyler is who he is, so he kind of navigates to this type of music. And he wraps it all in these narratives and put it on a CD, and he sells it to people. The one thing I picked up from the CD, Tyler is just, it's about to be left field, but Tyler to me is like Mary J. Blige, in the sense that I know it's gonna be fucked up. Trust me, I'm gonna take this somewhere.
Please do.
But you know, because on this album he sounds annoyed to me. There are certain things that's kind of annoying him. You know, you take the Colossus song, which is this equivalent of Eminem's Stand, right? You take that, you take Rusty, you take a couple of songs where he sounds like he's frustrated with kind of where he's at right now, like he has his success, and then he's tired of people criticizing him, and people wanting him to do this one thing, and he's wanting to do this. So he kind of sounds annoyed. So he kind of sounds like he has a different level of energy to it. And it's kind of like when you take, you know, when people always say that you know, with they always like sad Mary J. Blige, and she was always at her best when she was fucked up. But when she was happy, they didn't like those songs. You know what I'm saying? So when Tyler made Goblin, it seemed to me he was happy with the success a little bit. And now it seems like he got the success and he's annoyed with it because it's bringing him a different set of problems that are kind of coming out in the songs, most, you know, heavily and rusty from what I hear. So that's why I made that comparison. But you know, y'all still not. Y'all still
that shit, that was so loud, bruh. No, I did not get,
you didn't get it?
any of that from this album. No, dog. I think, oh man, I don't mean to say I'm not saying you're wrong.
Is that annoying to you guys?
No, I think that Tyler is once again, he's putting this is part of the story.
Right.
You know, this is a trilogy album. This album, I think what he's doing is he's trying to be more introspective, and that's what I liked about this album. I do agree with you that it's better than Goblin. I think that's kind of where my agreement with you stopped, though. I don't think he sounds annoyed. I think this is, except on the song Colossus, where he's talking about being at the airport and these dudes rushing him, wanting to take pictures. And oh, you know, I'm sorry, the airport thing was on Twitter. He actually posted the other day that he was at the airport and these dudes walked up, wanted to take a picture, and he said no, and then called him a faggot. And I was like, God, you're a dick. But yeah, okay, Six Flags. I just got that was, you know, part of that particular story. Okay. How he's saying, okay, you approach me and I instantly get angry, but then at the end of the day, I meet this other fan who's telling me how I changed his life, even though he put the weird semi-gay spin on it, but that's Tyler. But I don't think he sounded annoyed on this album. I think that he's reaching into himself more than he did on Goblin and Bastard. And I think that that's cool. I like this side of Tyler. My only complaint with the album is that the production, even though it was stellar, it was too samey. You didn't have enough of those rowdy, you know, OF mosh pit songs. Like you got Damo 23, or not, I'm sorry, what was it called?
Damo 23,
yeah, Damo 23. You had Trash Wang, which I know you probably hated that shit, but I loved it.
No, I love Trash Wang.
Oh no, you were the one that didn't like Jasper and Tonka. That was B.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, yeah, Trash Wang I loved, and Tamale, which that
Tamale
was my
was hilarious.
shit. Tamale was crazy. But overall, I think the album was a little bit too samey. But you have something to say, so go back to it.
Trash Wang is the new Bitch Suck Dick song off of Goblin.
I think it was better.
I
it was
agree.
hilarious.
I agree. It was better, but I like them being ignorant.
Yeah.
But sometimes, I guess, you know what? I wasn't in an ignorant mood listening to that song, so I haven't been in an ignorant mood, so I really haven't really liked it. You know, like it's cool. I just not. You know, I'm sorry, it's the new music.
I think it's just a theme of his, because he did it on all three.
Yeah, he has.
He's done it on
one of those.
Right.
Yeah.
But I don't think that the Erica song fit. I think, and I don't even think it stood out in a cool way. I think it stood out like it really just shouldn't be there, or he should have added some more spins to it or something.
Right,
I don't know.
It needed more. It almost sounds like a filler, but you can't call it a filler because it's Erykah Badu.
Yeah, right, exactly. And it's at the end of the album.
Right.
Because the production was so Erykah Badu-ish.
Right.
And it didn't fit the rest of Wolf.
You like it because you like Erykah Badu.
Right.
And no one's saying that if this was on an Erykah Badu song, an Erykah Badu album, I had no issue with it. But being on a Tyler album, it didn't really fit. Now, I will admit that sometimes when it comes to these Tyler storylines, I miss parts.
Right.
So maybe there was something there. Right, it's confusing sometimes.
On purpose, yeah.
So maybe there was part of the story that she was stuck into that we just didn't catch.
And you know
Could
what?
be.
Now that I think about it and we're talking about it, it could be similar to the instrumental he had on the last album. Yeah, you know what
All
I'm
90,
saying?
I think all 97.
Yeah, it could. It could be similar to that, and then he just had Erykah Badu on it, just
Could be.
little ballads here and there.
Tyler is complicated for a fucking kid, man.
Yeah, I mean, when I first listened to this, I was thinking it was like pick off right where Goblin had left off. I'm thinking he was gonna talk to Dr. TC and just go in for about 6 minutes like the two previous albums, but he didn't get that. I'm like, okay, is this like the beginning of the story or something like that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what it is? Oh, damn.
Yeah, I didn't
Yeah, because I'm thinking like, wait a minute, because you know before he was talking to him,
think
he
about
said
it.
we're gonna have 3 sessions in the previous. Oh, what happened?
No, I'm saying think about it. It's all his album because his child. He's on a bicycle.
And I thought this was the 3rd session because remember he said
I thought too. That's why he came to the studio.
exactly. So I was a little confused for that for a second.
Yeah.
But then as I listened to it, after I listened to Jamba, which is a dope joint, I thought a lot of people did good on their features. Haji's did good, and what the hell?
I'm sorry.
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah. And Damo, where the hell was this in No Idols? Like, he spazzed out on Rusty. Like, why we didn't get this on No Idols? Like, for real. Like, we would have praised that mixtape if we would have had him on there, because it was like, where were you at? You know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's like, maybe I hope you did. If you watched the review, well, you proved me the hell wrong with that verse, because you spazzed on it. I just had to touch on that. Haji did his thing, and I'm in disagreement with y'all too. I fucking hated Trash Wayne, and I hated Tamla. I couldn't even get the first 15 seconds. Tamla, or I hated that. I could, dog, the first. Dog,
Are you serious? Tamale.
Come on.
That track was dope as fuck.
I the beamer, nigga. I raced that. Them niggas was just blabbering. I know. I'm just saying. I just can't get with that shit. That shit. No.
What? You didn't like his flow on that shit?
Yeah, his flow was amazing on that. Bro.
Yeah, if you get past, like, I can see you not liking that production.
No, I couldn't get past the first 15 seconds of that
If you
shit.
can get past that and listen to his flow on it,
Yeah.
Shit was dope.
Because it threw me off at first too, I ain't gonna lie, but once I didn't fit at first, but then when he came in rhyming,
Right after Treehouse, so I guess
That's why,
it's a good
yeah.
segue.
Yeah. That shit was crazy.
let me finish. Go ahead, B.
Yeah, I would have said. Then they got the Cowboy. Then he was like, you know, who was that? Who was that girl? I'm thinking like, well, damn, this project is about a female, pretty much. The whole, I guess, Tyler and his alter ego or Sam character or whatever arguing over a girl. This is how this shit started. If this is a prequel, pretty much it's over a female. So when I listen to Cowboy, and then it got to Awkward. I understand Awkward. I don't fuck with it, but I understand the theme, I guess, for the album. So say I don't like that particular song. I like Answer, and I think what's that Long was my 2 favorite tracks I think by him, because he was so like, I guess, introspective and personal and stuff like that. So I think those was my two of my favorite tracks, and of course Rusty. I like Rusty as well. What else?
Because this is where he meets Sam, so that's a giveaway that it's a prequel.
Yeah.
Because Sam is dead now.
I guess.
You see
And
what I'm
I was about to say the Eye Future on the Eye Future mixtape or whatever. As far as production wise, I thought Tyler stepped this game up big time with the production. And shit, he was, I think, what was that, Rusty? What was that line he said? He said some crazy, Tyler said some crazy ass lines in his album. I can't remember many of them, but just like silly shit like, yeah, motherfuckers on my dick, like my index when I'm peeing and shit like that. And he said something else. Yeah, the nigga, yeah, he was saying, yeah, Tyler was flowing, man. Like I see him as an MC stepped up on this project as a whole. Like I said, I like this project. It's a few songs I can deal without, and there's some songs that I really enjoyed a lot. I like 48. 48 was good. The 3, huh? I mean, shit,
ahead, man.
Fuck. But the 3 tracks,
Cut off day.
the little 3, the tracks, what's that, the one with Beamer on it? I thought he should have separate. I guess he probably put them together for a reason, but I think that was more like a production show off than anything, because I thought all the production on that joint was nice on that one.
Care for that.
Me either.
That one. I think it was there just as a maybe to tie the
Now the
narratives
second one,
together.
Campfire one, I ain't care too much for that one. But I thought the first one and the third one was cool as far as production wise. Yeah. But I think it fit though, because that's when he started meeting.
Yeah, I think Beamer should have been a full song.
Yeah, I think that's when he was, I guess, talking to the girl. Then that's when he got the girl then, because they was on the lake, and then that's when it ended. She at the lake and all that stuff. I'm gonna fuck him up, and you know. So I mean, it fit the story well. He made this role pretty good. You know what I'm saying? Those first 2 songs.
Beamer outshined him.
That's my whole. That's all. I like the album.
Cool.
Man, overall, I think this project was a really good project. I think over Goblin, I think you saw Tyler, the artist, more. Yeah. The rapper, the lyricist, the flow. I think that was, in all honesty, the production was amazing to me throughout everything. But what outshined the production to me was Tyler's flows on everything. His flow, Cowboy and Pigs, he killed that. He murdered them tracks for me, and I fuck with this shit. I really, y'all already know it. Bumps in the Whip. I really fuck with it. I think on this album, more so than Goblin, I got like a true rapper, artist, lyricist on this one. Like I really felt like he stepped up in that regard, and the production was there again. And I fuck with Wolf, man. Wolf was dope.
You like it better than Goblin?
You know what? Honestly, I like the abrasiveness of Goblin, and I think that's why I really liked it. This one hasn't sat with me long enough to say that I like this one more, but I could definitely say I like Tyler as an the rapper, not the producer and all of that, but Tyler the rapper. I like him on Wolf better than I do on Goblin. Damn. But as a project as a whole, I have to sit with Wolf a little bit longer.
This was a well put together album by Tyler. I definitely enjoyed this album over Goblin. And it definitely sounds way more cohesive than Goblin to me. The songs were dope. The production was dope. His flow, his lyrics, all that stuff came together very well. And I'm glad Tyler came back with a project that shows that we just weren't being dicks on on Goblin. This is kind of what I wanted from Goblin, and I'm glad he came back and put together a good album. So yeah, I fuck with this shit. It's dope.
With this album, it seemed like he put so much into this. The production, crazy. Tyler has a way of making a super simplistic beat sound so intricate. I don't really quite know how he does that shit, but it's crazy. And his flow is unbelievable for someone that's so fucking young. And you can't even listen to him and saying, oh, he's biting so-and-so, or oh, he's copying so-and-so. Tyler just has a flow that is Tyler, and I think that's genuinely unique, and that's crazy. This album, I liked it much better than Goblin. Again, my criticism is I do think the production was a little bit too samey for a lot of the album. I would have liked a few more of the rambunctious Tyler tracks, even though I know it's not what he was going for. Just personally, I like those tracks. When it got to the Dongle 23, I was finally just like, oh shit, here we go. And then went right back to the more mellow, laid-back beats. But as a project, I thought it was great, man. It was fantastic, and I salute Tyler for being the type of artist to say, I'm not gonna give you what you guys want. I'm gonna give you what the fuck I feel like giving you. His fans didn't. I don't think his fans wanted this album. No. They wanted another Goblin, just like we want another Bastard. And he didn't give you either one. He gave you something completely fucking different. Completely different. I still don't think he's a musical genius, but I do agree with you that he is musically unique. Right. And he's musically daring. And that's what I like about Tyler.
Yeah, like I said, man, I enjoyed this project. I thought the features was good. Even, and I know I didn't like him before. I thought he was straight. Mike G killed it. He killed it. No, I'm giving him props on this album. I'm just saying. I'm giving him props.
Mixtape, he's so.
Yeah, I'm giving him. Everybody did good. I didn't like the Trash Wang and Mike O. Yeah, I didn't like Tamale. Man, they're my only two tracks I can be like awkward. But overall, man, I liked it, man. Tyler, keep creating your own lane. Keep being original. And keep up the good work, man. If this is a prequel of your whatever story of this alter ego that you're doing, if this is a prequel, this shit is kind of genius the way you're flipping it. So it's kind of cool how you flipping it. If this is a prequel, for real. I mean, not musical genius. I'm talking about the concept is genius. If he's crazy.
All right, give me the camera.
Oh, y'all want me to
I was just about to say, yeah, just keep up the good work. I like it. Shit. That's it.
Okay. Honestly speaking, I didn't like this album like that much right off top.
Me either.
It took me a few listens.
Yep.
Like a few listens. I was just like, oh man. Because I don't know if I didn't read anything until afterwards. So I didn't know that he was going to be doing this type of album. Like I didn't know he was just going more with the music and not the abrasive stuff that I liked on Goblin. Like Goblin, I like Goblin because I didn't like that Goblin type music before. And I was like, when he did it, it was like, oh shit, this is cool. You know what I'm saying? I would have never thought I would have been listening to some shit, like I said then, like about rape and all that. But the way he did it, it was like, okay, I can fuck with this. And I thought, to me, it was genius because if he was able to get me to like it, I thought it was genius. But back to this one, yeah, like it was just like kind of what Mike was saying, a little too samey for me, like the beats, and it was a little, I don't know if I wasn't in a depressed mood when I was listening to this one, and so it made me depressed and I didn't like it. I was like, damn, what the fuck? I don't want to feel like this. But It did have some high points on there, like the what's the song with Answer. I love that one. About the grandmother and his dad.
Chick.
And the chick.
The random chick.
Yeah. And like I said, I love the production behind it. Even though it's samey, I still love the production behind it. I'm with B. Like, I didn't really like Tamale at first until I gave it a chance. Like, I kept listening to it. I was like, man, he's flowing crazy on this. And I mean, and again, man, the project as a whole, you can't take away from it because the dude is just trying. He's taking risks. He's taking risks. Like, and no one's made music like this. Like this year or last year. Like, no one's making this type of music. So you have to give this guy credit for that. You know what I'm saying? So, like, when I went back and listened to it a few more times, I'm like, okay, yeah, I mess with this. I still don't know if I like it as much as Goblin, like you guys, because I really like Goblin, and for my own personal reasons. And I'm like you, like FIFO, like it needs to sit with me a little longer. And I'm not sure. I don't want to talk about it too much about it being a prequel or whatever because I don't know for certain yet. I still had to listen to it a few more times, but I do see the connections of it being a possible prequel to Bastard and Goblin. And if that's the case, that shit is musical genius to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? But I can't say that yet. You know what I'm saying? So I even really, though it has holes? Even though, yeah, see, that's the thing too. It has its holes. It clearly has its holes because of life circumstances and life things that goes on. Like his grandmother, for instance. Like, he can't go back and say that his grandma's still alive, or you know what I'm saying? So,
right.
You know, it has its holes. It was something else I wanted to say about the end. But yeah,
the album?
Yeah, because like when he said I would have killed him, like if Sam would have found him.
If I found him, I'm fucking kill him.
I would have fucking killed him.
When he was talking to Dr. TC.
So now that's showing me that, you know, where it didn't, you know, Sam is already dead.
Sam is dead.
Right, you know what I'm saying? So that tells me that he hasn't killed him yet. So that right there shows that it's
So is he gonna make an album by him killing?
I don't know.
I don't know, man. Like I said, right, it should be done. So I don't know, man. It's a lot of holes, but for the most part, man, I like the album. I say I like it. I'm not crazy about it like Goblin yet, but you know, I like it.